Now it's very interesting to get so much answers coming from, again, many places in the world. What was very important this year is to basically open up the competition and the challenge to a larger scope. So I was very pleased to see that we had issues that were coming from candidates that are not only car designer, but we had product designer, architect. So we did open up the spectrum and the quality of the work. The challenge was to basically open up a thinking process that will include not only the thinking process around one particular product, but the total experience we could have of the city of Prague. Basically, thinking about, how do you wake up in the morning, how do you dress, how do you interact with your, mails and your natural electronic device, then you walk in the streets, then you maybe take a car, a cab, maybe a tram, or maybe you just walk, or maybe you need some further mobility, and you want to discover the city of Prague. By just having this kind of natural, very seamless, experience of the city, what will be the new way of experiencing that city? That was a challenge offered to the designer, to do it also in a way that it would be sustainable, it will be attractive, seductive, surprising, and typically what we were expecting is surprise from them. They should give us and providing us a very new way to see the city. This competition, because it did open up, we were not only looking at a transportation solution or concept. We end up to have a solution that will come up from maybe another way of leveraging the river, because Prague has a wonderful river, leveraging maybe some solution that could come from the air, solution that could come from just the extension of your body, like maybe some kind of exoskeleton. So we were looking at so many different options that we had to come up with a very different way to judge. The natural way of judging would have been that we will separate, typical transportation proposition, or everything that will be around the water, everything will be around air. That did come up during the conversation, but we didn't do that. I think we move up the criteria to what is the most innovative, the most aesthetic, and the most appealing and maybe intriguing proposition without looking in a particular realm of mobility. Just the proposition that was striking our eyes and was challenging our thinking. And that's why we decided to pick people who had a great potential to basically come up with a concept and move that concept in the next stage to a much higher level. Dassault Systèmes has the ability to offer some very innovative solution to provide to the designer as a way to move to the next level their idea of a design. And that's what we will do next. We're going to help them to validate their dream or their proposition, their innovative ideas, to a level where this validation will help even us to consider maybe those solutions for real. Maybe they will be in the real world. I always like those jury for another reason, independently that I'm in contact with the creativity coming, from young, very young people between 20 and 25. It's also nice to meet the design community of Prague, because during this jury I have the opportunity to meet some great designer, the young generation of Czech designer, and it's always very nice for me to meet with them, to exchange, to share our ideas, our view on design, how design should evolve. So it's not just a question of judging young generation of a candidate. It's also the opportunity for us, older designers, to reconnect with each other, to exchange, to express our ideas, and it's always a great moment.